Let's take a look at how to vectorize images in Illustrator. We're going to turn the images into graphics and vector, and we'll edit them and color them all in Illustrator. So to start, I'm going to take this common document, and we have to bring in an image. It can be a JPG, PNG, or PSD from Photoshop. Anything will work. So let's go ahead and File, Place, and I'll just bring in this bike. Click and drag, and we'll fit like so. Okay. I'm going to choose my selection tool and go to Live Trace. That is image trace here. You can access image trace from here as well. So just click and it'll start its process, and here we have the result. Okay. Now you can give a couple of different types of images here, and currently it is let's try with the 3 colors. Okay, so the image will have 3 predominant colors in there, and Illustrator will scan that out and will give an artwork. Make sure that image you use here is a high resolution image and you have a good system. This is a heavy effect, so it will take a while to process this image out. So you can go here, click here, and this will bring out the properties. Here you can give advanced options like this. So we use the 3 colors. We can go for 6 colors. It will give me more shades, and of course it will take more time processing this image as well. The image has turned out a little finer this time. 6 color works and gives more details when compared to 3 colors. Let's just go with 3 colors and try some effect out of that. Okay, I can close this box, and you can see that this image has made into a group like this. So I'm halfway through this effect. Now when you're finished, you need to hit expand from here or here. Let's just go ahead and give expand. It kind of sense that we're done with this effect. It's going to turn it into vectors, and I can play around with it now. Now let's see what I want to do. I'm going to click off the background here. We have nothing selected. I'm going to choose my direct selection tool and select a lot of these shapes within. Let's say I want to recolor, maybe this color. So I'm going to hold shift, and that's going to take a lot of time here. So what I can do is I can go to the select menu, go to same, and select appearance. So it is going to select the same fill color throughout this image. So I can go through the fill color. Let's just say I can select this color, give OK. So, and there, it's not a good choice of color, but still it works. I can choose this magic wand tool, select all these, and maybe I can select some color that is that looks better on this. Let's say just this one. I'm gonna give blue one. Okay. This is far worse, but you get the gist of it, that you can use colors and recolor this artwork as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this, and let's try this out in some other images. So I'm gonna use Shift Control P shortcut to bring in an image, and I'm gonna use this image, place. Click and drag and release. So I have this black and white image here. Now let's go to image trace. And the problem is here that I'm getting the background interference here. I can go to options and let's try to drag it out here, but it is making things worse here. So what I can do is I can go to Photoshop and cut this image out and then proceed with the image tracing. So I'm going to go back, Control Z. Okay, so I'm going to click here, edit in Photoshop. It's good that we have option of editing in Photoshop here. Okay, so there we have our Photoshop document. I'm just going to maximize this. And my system is getting slower and the fans are running right now. So I'm gonna just zoom in and quickly cut out this image. So remove the lock here. We can trace the image. Just gonna use this select subject option here. And hopefully the Photoshop will recognize the subject and give me a proper cutout. It did, but there are little errors, so I'm going to fix those errors now. Let's use the lasso tool, add to selection. I want this to be added in my selection. Okay, that seems fine. I'll just give Shift Control I, or maybe I'll just give alpha mask here. I'm going to save this to desktop and save PDF. Okay. I'm going to close this and let's check out here. I'll just bring in the document that I just made. Shift Control P, import, and there's my document. Click and drag. All right. Here. So image trace. All right, now it looks proper. Let's go in and work with the properties here. Tracing result, tracing with outlines. So I have few other options here. How I want to keep the view of this. Only outlines. Outlines with source image. Or just source image. I'm going to keep the tracing result. Now I can see the exact result right here. Okay, and I can increase the threshold, and that's going to give me a little more contrast with the subject. But I just want to keep it simple, just like that, minimal details and all that. Also, I can use the advanced option here. I can increase the paths, and that will give me more details, of course, and more corners will give me more edges rather than the soft edges. So if I just bring down the corners, it will give me a round edges here. Okay, so it depends on what your requirement is. You can increase or decrease the corners here, noise, bring down the noise, or increase the noise. Increasing the noise gives flat kind of an effect. If I reduce the noise, it gives me more noisy effect here. So I think I just like the noise with this picture, so I'm going to keep it now. Okay, so I'm done with this. I'm going to go, I can give ignore white, but that is going to bring out the white. But there is another way to ignore white as well. So just close this, and if I bring it here, you can see there is a black and white combination of the image. So I'm going to break this, click on expand, and it is not that group anymore. So I'm going to select the white, click delete, and there I have only blacks. So I'm going to select all this. Okay, that's okay. That's group. Now this is a vector. I can scale it up or down and it won't matter the resolution. So I'm going to make a copy of this. Control C and Control F. And change the color of this to cyan or blue, something like this. Give OK. This is in a grayscale, so maybe this is not working out. Let's go back to colors. Choose RGB. Yeah, it works now. So I'm going to give Control C, Control F, paste in front, and I'm going to change the color to red this time. Red, okay. Right click, arrange, send to back. I'm going to use my shift and right arrow key to just bring it out a gist of this effect. Also, I'm going to click on the sign object, right click, arrange, send to back, shift, right arrow key. And there I have my effect. This is a 3D kind of an effect. You can create a lot more than what I've just created. But this is one of the effects you can use and create with the image trace option. Now this was just a black and white image. Now let's just try this out with a detailed and high resolution image. That's going to take a lot of RAM and powerful engine to work with, and make sure you have that. Otherwise you can crash your software as well. So I'm going to use this image and place, click and drag. Okay, alright, so this is a high resolution image, very high resolution. I'm going to put this in the artboard, and of course there are less colors, so it will be relatively easy for Illustrator to trace this out, but it is a detailed one, so it is going to take a lot of time. So let's just go ahead and give image trace one click. Tracing may proceed slowly with a large image. Would you like to continue? So okay, yeah, I would like to continue, and let's see how the Illustrator works out with this. Currently it is on black and white mode, so I'll just go ahead and change it to 3 colors. We'll proceed with the other options step by step. So it's working on 3 colors. That turned out well, better than expected. Okay, now let's just say I'll increase the colors here. So what do we have here? So instead of 3 colors, it went to the mode color here and palette limited. Just give a freedom of unlimited after this, trying this out. I have a good system, so it did not take much of a time. So let's just zoom in and see. It did a rather fine job here. If it is zoomed out this much, then no one could make it out that this is a vector image. Let's just try some more effects. Limited, automatic. If you give automatic, then it will give much more better results when you are doing anything that has colors in it. Okay, so let's zoom in. Did fantastic job here. If I increase the paths and corners and all that, I might just get the image back, I guess. That's not what we're looking for. We're just looking for to explore this option. So next we have here is grayscale. If I want this to be in particularly gray color, then I can choose a grayscale mode, and it will turn out to be an image or vector image in particularly shades of gray. And there you have it, your grayscale image. You can increase the number of grays in with here and here. Next we had black and white. We already tried that out, black and white. Let's just take a look at black and white. In the beginning we had this black and white. So now black and white logo, sketched art, something sketched art. If you have a sketched art, you can use this and try this out and see what happens here. Line art, let's see what line art does. Give me the boundaries and all this. So that's line art. Silhouette this is not a silhouette, so it's not working out fine here. It's technical drawing. It's not technical drawing as well. So 16 colors. Let's just try 16 colors. The result is kind of satisfactory. And the number of, as you can see here, the number of colors are 16 here. We have tried more than that, 30. Say low fidelity photo. It brings down the color to 20. Palette full tone, mode color, and rest of it as it is. See if that improves the result. It got the result right, but with respect to the outline and all that, so you can use this for tracing the images when you download from the internet. Alright, so to apply this effect, I'm gonna take a sketch, file, place, and I'm gonna use this sketch. You can drag there. It is fairly high quality, and I'm gonna go ahead and give image trace. There, it did a fair job, good enough job. I'm satisfied with it. Maybe this a little bit. Let's just go undo. Okay, image trace and image traces. Okay, go to this threshold, a little bit more, and I did give them that lot more threshold. So just bit by bit, I'll just increase this. Okay, that worked out well. I'll just increase the number of paths here and the threshold a little bit. Alright, but that's gonna need a lot more repairing here. I'm gonna do that, the rest of it manually. Okay, just gonna go ahead and give expand here. Right click on group, select the magic wand tool, click on the white outside, grip delete. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and extend this line like so. And these are a few extra anchor points. I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly remove extra of these. Okay, we're good to go with that. Okay, here we had some rectifications. Let's just increase this to here. Okay, and something here to there. Remove these extra anchor points, remove extra anchor points. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna need a reference for the coloring this Tom and Jerry. So I'm gonna just place another image, that is this one. Click here. Okay. So it's good to have colors saved here. Just use the eyedropper tool and sample color. This one is for Tom, for ear, eyedropper tool for ear. And this is for eye. Next is force inside the eye, this green color. This is a swatch for the legendary Tom that I'm creating right now. This one would be for the mouth and the tongue. Oh, I almost forgot the gray color here. This gray. Okay, so these many colors for Tom. I'll just give them a proper spacing here. There. So this would be for Tom and Tom only. Okay, place it here. And now for Jerry. I'll just copy one of these. Sample. Sample the stomach, the ear. Jerry is fairly simple when compared to Tom here. Okay, so I'm just gonna give the Jerry here. Okay, alright. So to color this, I have to use the light paint tool. You can just go ahead with press K, and there you have your live paint bucket. Just click here and it will be activated. Also, just select this color. We need to open the color panel here, swatches and color as well. So swatches, we have swatch here. It's gonna give a new group of swatches, new Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. Go OK, and I'm gonna add these swatches here. Just gonna give this color, add here. Here. It's gonna be here. Right click. Is there option to give add to swatches? Maybe not. Select here. Shift, add to swatches. Add. Click and drag, add swatches. Anyway, I just have this. Start with the mouth here. Select this color and use Shift M, Shape Builder tool. I can just click here, and first of all I need to select this whole thing. Okay, now use this color, Shape Builder tool, click, and I can choose this option. This will merge things up. Okay. So use the swatches would be better. This one. Okay. So select, click here. I'm going to go ahead and do this. This and this. Okay. Select with point, yeah. Direct selection tool, select here and do the rest of it. Here, rest of it, and okay. Now within this shape, I had the tongue. Let's do the tongue here. About the tongue. I'm gonna select it here. So let's give K, give it here. Okay. I'm using the right arrow key and swapping through the colors. Okay, and just give this for now. Okay, and this here. Okay, I'm gonna select the tongue here and this here. Give this pink color. Press I, select, and there we have it. Okay, here's some color. Color. I just fill this with color, random colors. And then change it later. So I found a workflow that works with respect to this project. And yeah, we're good to go. Okay, so here I have select this artwork, this one, right click. Expand and okay. Direct selection tool, select this much and eyedropper, select. Here I have some other color, so let's just choose this. There you have yellow, yellow. Here I would have the green color, just green. Select both of these and have green color. So why I had to do the color in between and then this, because the bit inside shape that was blank. It had nothing within. So I had to change that before and then continue with the coloring. And there. Now the ear here will be ears there. This would stay the classic Tom color. Okay. Alright, so I have created the Tom. Wait, just one left here. Here and one more here. So the Tom is done successfully. So let's just do the Jerry now. I'll just select sample color. Select sample the ear and this one. There's the belly here. I bet he has some other shade here. The nose one has the same as belly. Let's do the nose now. Okay. This one also has the same shade as the nose. Select. Okay. The rest of the body. Select the rest of the body. And the tail. Just give this color. Okay, so my Jerry is almost done. Now let's just go ahead and give here. White here. And what's happening here is I need to have another color. Just click here. Okay. Okay, select this. And expand again because it had turned into an object in this case. Yeah. There, Jerry's done finally. Folding is done. So And yeah, I forgot where's the nose of Tom. It's here. Select the nose of Tom, Control Y, right click, and arrange, bring to front. There. Alright, so my whole artwork is done using just light trace and the paint bucket tool and the shape builder tool as well. So you can create certain something using this options.